What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel here with Xavier and Nick. And guys, the next pay-per-view, it's UFC 300, biggest event of all time. Today we're going to be ranking every single fight, guys. So basically, most excited to least excited. There's 13 fights on the card. We're going to start at number one. Basically, how this is going to work is we'll all go in a circle, let's just say what our number one spot is. And majority rules, whoever gets the spot, whoever gets the most votes. Let's get started. What is the most exciting fight on the card? Everyone say their pick.
I would say the main event, just because like the stakes at hand. Uh, I'm excited to see Jamal Hill come back. See how he's gonna come back after the Achilles injury. Also, like the Alex Pereira story, like is a very interesting one in UFC history, and so I'm just really curious about this fight. Like, that's the one I'm most excited for sure.
Um, I think the top of my list is Holloway versus Gaethje. Personally, I just think like it's one of those fights where, let's say a couple years ago, you ask a random MMA fan like, "What's your dream fight?" A lot of people would say that two of the most violent, most exciting guys. I don't even know how many win bonuses they all have, but that is my first overall pick. What about you, Clark?
Oh yeah, this is my list. And of course my boy Oliveira gotta be at the top. This is the title eliminator to beat Islam. We'll beat him over wherever we're gonna fight. And yeah, I'm excited to see Oliveira give me another plus 200 underdog dub. And yeah, it's all she wrote right there.
Okay, so I am surprised we all had different answers. I don't know what to do now. Um, what should we do, guys? Should we just spin for it? Do you want to debate about it?
I mean, I'm willing to change because that's fine. I mean, this is just my personal, but I could see where it's not the top one. So
Okay.
I'm willing to change to one of your two because they would have been like after anyways.
All right, so then you're the tiebreaker, Clark.
Yeah, I'm going with hmm, I'm going Pahea Jamal Hill.
Okay, I'll go to our number one spot.
However, I'm a little hesitant of that answer because I'm hearing Jamal Hill's kind of injured right now, and that is not good.
That is not good.
I mean, but so I think he will be injured a little bit no matter what going into this fight. That doesn't make me confident that it will be a great fight, but I am the most intrigued by that fight because I do want to see how Jamal Hill goes at it. 'Cause I feel
That
like
yeah,
because it's Pereira's kingdom right now. He's just a top dog, a legend, and I don't know. I just want to see Jamal Hill fight someone like that. I haven't seen him fight anyone like this.
and Pereira Loki is like the most active champion. I mean, probably the most popular active champion right now. Like his stardom has like exploded since those Izzy fights. He's definitely one of the top guys, minus like Connor or John, obviously, but I'm fine with that at one. That was my number two, anyways.
No, for sure. Um, we can agree on that then.
All right, that is number one. What's number two, guys?
Number two probably would be the Max Holloway Gaethje fight for me. Like, I definitely need to see Max. Like, I've seen like pictures of him more bulked up, more like prepared for this lightweight bout as opposed to just stepping in short notice this time. And like, I feel like Buff Max, I believe in him, bro. I believe in him. So like this fight is crazy. I feel like both two legends going at it. The BMF title could like not really interest me at all, but like the fact that it's a 5 rounder definitely does. So I fuck with that fight.
I already made my case for that. So why don't you go ahead, Clark? What do you think should number two be?
Well, I mean, on my list, the way I was having it, I had Pahea Hill here. But if I had to put someone else, it would be Gaethje versus Holloway.
Facts.
For sure. All right,
Yeah.
that's easy enough. All right, number three. Um, I think this is where the Oliveira fights falls. Personally, that's my pick. What do you guys think for three?
Yeah. I gotta be, in my opinion.
What do
Yeah,
you think, Ax?
I can agree like to put it there. Personally, I'm more intrigued by the
Don't say Whaley.
no, not the Whaley fight. I feel like that's gonna be a beat down, to be honest, personally. But the Davidson Figueiredo Cody Garbrandt fight, like
Okay.
that's two of my personal favorite guys. And I really don't want to see either of them lose, especially because, like, unfortunately, I feel like Cody Garbrandt's gonna lose by knockout, and that does not make me happy. But like, it is intriguing because, like, either way, I'm gonna be happy in some capacity, and either way, I'm gonna be sad in some capacity. But just because of my attachment to both fighters, like, that's my like third most. But I get why you guys have the Oliveira fight for sure.
We'll put the Oliveira fight at 3. That is a crazy fight. All right, Clark, for real though, like if you had to say what is very threatening to Oliveira about Armin, like what does Armin do well that Oliveira could have trouble with?
He's got some powerful kicks. He could throw him in there. Definitely cause him to trip coming forward and then maybe getting a takedown off that. I feel like the only way I see him winning this fight is taking him down and laying on him. That's about it.
Okay.
Because he doesn't have the most finishes with his hands. He just knocked out an old man in Beneil Dariush. And right before Oliveira took care of him. So, I mean, I don't know. I think that's the only way he beats him, really, stylistically. Because on the
All
feet,
right,
I think on the feet he's in trouble. I don't. I think he should want to try to take this fight to the ground and hold him there.
for sure. All right, let's move on to the 4th fight. Clark, why don't you start this time? What do you
Uh,
have?
I will go with. mm, I'll do the Yuri Rakic fight. I really like that because even though Rakic's kind of a boring fighter, I do think Yuri will bring it in this fight. And I mean, Rakic has the capabilities of knocking people out for sure. That what was that dude's name? Mahoa, Jimmy Mahoa? What's his name? I forget
Sure.
his name, but he head kicked him and like just sent him out like completely. So he has the capabilities, and I feel like Yuri will definitely make this fight interesting. And I'm curious how Rakic deals with Yuri's boxing and unorthodox movements. But I want to see Yuri make improvements in the leg kicking defense because Rakic's gonna be throwing those leg kicks all day.
Facts. He's very
Yeah,
successful too, from what I've seen so far. So definitely gotta tighten that up.
I would agree though. This would be my 4th personally. What about you, Xavier? Well, you kind of already said, but
Did I say my fourth one?
well, I'm assuming it would be Figgy versus Garbrandt.
Oh well, then yeah, I guess. But that's
Yeah,
fine.
they up next for me.
All these fights are good, man. All these
Yeah,
fights.
this card is so like I get people complaining about it because like it's not a Connor level main event, but like come on, this is it's a great
Through and through, this card is heat.
for sure. All right, let's move on to number 5 then. What are we thinking here? Who's going to round out the top 5? I don't mind that Figgy fight. That's Hill versus or Turner versus Moicano. I'm really excited for, but I think that the Figgy fight I'm more excited for.
Like the fit, yeah. Especially like to open the card. I feel like that's a very good opener.
Facts.
Even though Bo Nickel
I'm gonna
is
say I'm not gonna go down, and it's probably gonna be Cody, but like,
Yeah,
hope
like that. Yeah, this it's going to be a fire fight. I'm cool with that being 5 for sure.
yeah, I think it'll just be fire on the feet.
facts.
And I like to see a good speed fight, so
Definitely
This
have.
would be like such a career resurgence for Garbrandt if he could pull this off.
yeah, exactly. Like
Or it will further, like, establish Figgy in the weight class. So either way, like, it's a win-win for the UFC.
mhm.
All right, what are we on 6 now?
You're on number 6. Clark, give us a number. Give us something.
uh I'm gonna go. Yeah, Jalen Turner Moicano. I feel like this will be a banger. Um, Interested to see if Moicano could get Turner down because he will need to in this fight. I
Right.
think Moicano can like stand with him for a little bit, but he definitely should be trying to get the takedown. And Jalen Turner has been taken down plenty of times, so Moicano is pretty elite on the ground, I would say, in the division right now. So I'm curious to see how that fight goes.
Okay. Um, I'll throw out Clark. You're not gonna be too happy, but maybe Sterling versus Cater.
Yeah.
I'm always intrigued of like a champion going into a new weight class. I like the matchup, striker versus grappler. I think Aljo's gonna look really good at featherweight because he's such a big dude, and the weight cut won't affect him as bad. But that I think that'd be my pick, Loki. What about you, Xavier?
I mean, honestly, I had a different one from both of you. I
Mm.
can kind of like of the two of you guys' fights, I am more, interested in the Calvin Cater Sterling fight. But for me personally, I feel like the Holly Holm Kayla Harrison fight intrigues me a lot. Just because like I've been big on these women outside of the UFC that are like dominant champions and like seeing how wanting to see how they fare in the UFC against that level comp. And Kayla Harrison, like she's been grinding everyone to a pulp on the in the PFL and on the regional scene. So it's like I do think Holly Holm is an interesting test for her. Like she's not the best grappler. So I'm thinking Harrison should be able to, grind her out, implement her game plan, but Holly Holm is a good like litmus test for where you are, I feel like. And so I'm really curious to see like how quick Kayla Harrison can climb the UFC ladder real quick and snag a title real quick.
Yeah, it's a real shame that Amanda and Cyborg aren't there to fight her because I mean her physique, Kayla Harrison is crazy. Like, she's really muscular. All right, so we all have different picks. We could either spin a wheel, or do you guys want to talk a little?
I mean, I'm down to I'll tie break and just go with the Sterling fight then.
All right, for sure. Sterling versus Cater goes at 6. Clark, are you? How do you feel about that?
Huh?
Are you cool with that?
No, I don't care, man.
I bet.
I don't care.
Checking. All right, we're at number 7.
I want him to win. I want him to win.
It would definitely be good for the sport if you won.
Because he ain't winning after.
It's kind of a wild thing to say, like for Cater's perspective, like it will be good for the sport if he loses, but it honestly would
And
personally.
Cater getting a dub would be kind of crazy.
It would just shut the door on an Aljo featherweight reign completely.
All right, back to bantamweight. Let me get that O'Malley rematch or some shit like that.
It's probably what he's
fuck,
gonna
fuck Morab, okay, fuck him, I'll fight him, type
No,
shit.
fucking Rob, I will.
Shameful.
do fighting.
All right, number 7. So it's either the Kayla Harrison fight or the Moicano fight.
Yeah.
I'll be the tiebreaker. I'll give the ladies this one. I am excited. Kayla Harrison has been on the UFC's radar forever. This happened with MVP also. I'm getting really sick of the UFC waiting like 3 to 5 years too late to sign these people. Like I'm happy they're here, but like
I
these things
know,
should have happened years ago. But yeah, I am excited.
definitely. Like I'm also sick of it, like letting people get past their prime and then like even Michael Chandler, to be honest with you, like he could have been doing better things in his prime, like honestly.
No, he's better.
You said what?
Gina's got to give him good deals. EFL paying people out.
I mean, that's true. Those $1 million deals be hitting different.
I'm sure
Okay.
Kayla's getting paid a lot though.
All right, so then at what number are we on for the
We're
Jalen?
on 8. And I think it's either between Turner versus Moicano, or I'm gonna throw in Whaley versus Jan in there. I'm gonna throw it in.
Oh, okay, fuck it. I'm gonna go Whaley Yan, bro. Whaley
Yeah.
Yan. It's because my girl Whaley, man. Like I love her as
Hey,
a
Whaley got. I mean, Jan got some hands.
I know, like she's definitely dangerous. She's definitely crisp with the hands, a lot of power, but like Whaley should maul her, I feel like, if they get into grappling exchanges. And possibly on the feet, you know. So, you
I don't.
know,
Okay,
China versus China violence, like I'm here for it.
I don't hate these Vicks, but are these two fights not just gonna be pushovers, low key? Like Holly Holm at 42 years old is not winning that fight.
I do see what you're saying, Clark. It's kind of like, are you going to value the storyline versus like what you're actually seeing in the octagon? And I think X and I are kind of picking the storylines here.
A little bit, yeah, for sure. I mean,
Actually,
also, like, what if Jalen Turner just flatlines Moicano? Like, there's no guarantee that that fight's gonna be great, bro. Honestly,
I think it'll be a good one.
But yeah, next has to be Turner,
no, I agree. I agree for sure.
in my opinion.
I agree.
Okay. Now we are at 10. Clark, why don't you give us one? Who do you think should be number 10?
Who's even left?
Take your time.
Uh,
I'm typing
Andrade
it.
Rodriguez, Bobby Green, Jim Miller.
Oh, Bobby Green, Jim Miller in there.
Okay.
Want to see Jim Miller get into the rankings. I feel like the only way he could, low key, is through Bobby Green.
Okay. Um,
I feel like he's a live dog in this fight. Not
Look,
gonna,
for sure
no,
he
he
is.
is. He is. X, what would you be your pick for 10?
Yeah, I would probably have to agree. Yeah, I
Right.
would definitely probably agree with
But
that.
Miller
Jim
versus
Miller, a
Green. It's gonna be a
legend.
fun one.
Bobby Green always entertaining. Jim Miller, he's still doing the damn thing at like a million years old. So yeah, I'm intrigued in that. Two
For
vets,
sure.
two vets going at it.
Number 11. Okay, I'll start. I'm gonna throw out the Bo Nickel fight. Look, obviously the odds are crazy. Bo Nickel's obviously gonna run through. I forgot his name. I'm sorry, but I love these showcase fights where like the guy who's supposed to win just looks amazing because it builds the hype up even more. He's one of the honestly, he might be the best prospect in the sport right now.
Facts.
Probably the most popular. Also, I'm gonna throw the Bo Nickel fight in there. What about you, X?
Yeah, I can agree with that personally, just because like in terms of storyline, especially like fight wise, no, that's not the most intriguing fight because I kind of assume I know what's gonna happen. But in terms of storyline and the rise of Bo Nickel, like I'm here for it. So yeah, I would agree with you on that one.
What are your thoughts on that, Clark?
I personally have Sadiq Youssef, Diego Lopez, because I want to see Diego Lopez rise up. Because he's definitely a contender that I think could, like, get a title shot.
Mhm.
See
And
the
Yusuf's nice, man. I like Yusuf. I like watching him fight.
I like Youssef, but Lopez,
Yusuf has let me down too much, and that's kind of why this fight has like slipped. It's not because of Lopez for me. It's because like I've been kind of just let down with Sadiq's performances as of like the last like couple years. In the beginning of his career, early in his career, he had like so much more promise, and I feel like he's like held up a little bit. And so like while he's not like bad by any means, and he's definitely like a live dog here, but I'm just gonna say like he has to kind of prove it to me that like he's still like there and still hungry, because I just don't know what we're gonna get from him.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, well, that pretty much fills out the rest. And then last place would be Rodriguez versus Andrade. So let me show you guys our completed list really quick.
who wins that fight, by the way?
The women's one.
I've been thinking about that, like, how that one would go.
I
Feel,
just don't know like what Andrade you're gonna get on any given day sometimes.
feel like I'm gonna end up taking Andrade, like expecting her to knock her out, and then she's gonna get knocked out or something. Like,
I could see that.
Andrade always wins the ones that she should lose and loses the ones she should win, I feel like.
Anyways, this is our list, boys. I think this is a nice list.
good list.
I'm not mad at it at all.
I like it.
Super gas car all the way down, like that's how you know it's a great
Honestly,
car.
maybe storyline wise, we could switch Turner Moicano. But Miller Green. That might be the only one.
Huh. All right, call it. What's going to be fight of the night?
Gaethje
Casey
Holloway.
Holloway. Casey Holloway. Gotta
Who's
be.
getting performance of the night? You can name 2 to 3. 2 to 3 performance of the night.
Oliveira.
Whaley.
Whaley. Probably. mm,
Vicky. Ooh.
Trying to think.
Figgy just one-shotting Garbrandt.
Bro, I hate to say it, bro.
Bo Nickel, low key.
I mean, yeah, but he's supposed to get that bitch.
After seeing what Figgy did to Rob Font, bro, it was kind of it's terror. It's scary.
No, definitely.
Maybe.
Yeah,
All right, give me.
I would say Whaley on.
Okay. Give me some underdog picks that you guys could see coming on top.
Look.
I mean, Sadiq Youssef could beat Lopez, depending on if he shows up, proper. Who's the underdog? Moicano versus Turner?
Definitely more. Yeah,
It
Moicano
doesn't show.
plus 180.
I mean, I think Moicano, if he can just implement his grappling, could beat Turner, but I wouldn't favor it. If I had to bet one way or the other, I'd probably take Turner, but
Yeah,
I could see Jim Miller getting the dub.
yeah.
I
I
can
mean,
also see Miller getting the dub.
the best value one of the night, boys, is my boy Oliveira. A nice plus 200 just waiting there.
It honestly, yeah, it is probably.
That is the best value, and Max Holloway damn near. You might go
Yeah, I'm
crazy.
taking Max. I'm taking that Max money all day.
He went down. He's to plus 185 now.
Maximum Holloway, bro, at 155. It's over. For Gaethje, I'm sorry. He gets hit too much.
He's on my team. I'm gonna bet on my team to come through.
Who's on your team?
Max is.
Oh yeah.
And I'm calling. I think he's gonna. We all think he's gonna win. I guess.
He's on your team, Ed.
What?
I'm sure Gaethje's on your team.
That's okay. I'll sacrifice the L.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah,
It'd be
you
like that.
should
And
have
he was a later draft pick for sure. All right, but anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. We are so excited for 300. We're gonna have a bunch of 300 content coming out on the TikTok, on the YouTube, so look out for that. Thank you guys for watching. Let us know what you would change on the list, and we will catch y'all.
Peace.
Ready?